Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of Direwolf20's multiplayer Let's Play series, SMP. That's right, playing on a server. Cool. You can see this server that Pahimar runs. It's not my server, so try not to ask me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get everybody on the server and whitelist everyone. It is a whitelist server. I'm not going to be making the IP public. It's not my server, and there's no way we could possibly have all the people on that we'd like to get on. So I'm sorry in advance if you'd like to join the server. You won't be able to. But I'm hoping you guys enjoy the series. I'm going to be playing on the server with a bunch of friends of mine. A lot of them are mod developers, as you can see. We've got Craft and Stormbringer and Sengir and XCompWiz and Pahimar, all mod developers that you should know pretty well. They're just starting the server off. It's brand new. We just started it today. And you can see that village in the distance that I started in a few minutes ago. And they're building right here the Temple of Mistcraft. We do have Mistcraft installed on the server. And some cutting edge versions of the mods. You can see one of the things that they did here is give all people who started some feathers and some link book stands and stuff. There's a couple project tables here to work with and a couple link book stands. We're going to be creating a nexus pretty soon for everything to travel to. And the main plan here is to basically build on the server in the overworld, but not do any like mining and stuff like that, like strip mining with quarries or Red Power 2 quarries or any of that stuff. We want to kind of keep the overworld kind of nice and clean for building with, but we'll use some Mistcraft ages for all of our, bases and maybe a couple different crazy contraptions. So everybody will have their own Mistcraft ages and we'll be able to travel to them and stuff. We have a a book stand here, whatchamacallit thingy, writing desk, and we've gotten a notebook out of creative mode inventory, which allows us to have access to all the different symbols available, because we don't want to be creating a bunch of different random ages that are just going to go to waste. So this is probably the only thing in the server that's going to be cheated in, is just this little Mistcraft temple here. Everything else is going to be 100% legit. I don't think anybody has access to spawn items in, except probably Pahimar does, but I don't think he will be. So I'm going to just get situated here with these guys. You can see us all chatting about how we want to build the Nexus world. They're all kind of putting it together, and I'm just filming for the moment. We do have some cutting-edge mods here, by the way. We have a bunch of cool stuff. You can see we've got a whole bunch of neat mods going on. Let's go back through the list here. We've got Red Power, of course, Red Power 2. We've got Buildcraft. Pretty sweet. And we've got Forestry, the multiplayer version of Forestry, with a few cutting edge items that I don't quite understand yet because they're so new that I haven't even played with them. And then we've got a bunch of other cool items in here as well. Some more Buildcraft, some Railcraft, some more Forestry, some teleport pipes, which is good. All kinds of goodies. Wireless redstone, of course. More Railcraft stuff. Looking cool. And more Forestry stuff. Awesome. Industrial Craft 2 as well, of course. So a bunch of cool items, a lot of fun to be had. I'll let these guys start working on the Nexus, and I'll be back. Alright guys, looks pretty cool. We're just getting started building up the area here. We decided to upgrade these guys to crystal chests. We're going to store a bunch of ages and whatnot in them, so that'll be neat. And then over here is the Nexus where we're just starting to get builded. Yep, so this is our Nexus. We made it a void age. It looks like they went with the black sky, which is pretty awesome looking. And yeah, looks pretty good to me so far. Pretty much just started getting situated with our Nexus area here. I don't know what they all have in mind to do with the Nexus, but at least we'll have a place to start off with. That'll be pretty cool. So I think I'm going to get some books going and maybe even start, harvesting resources and whatnot. I did say that they weren't going to be cheating yet, but I guess they are, just to get the Nexus built. Because we want to have a nice place for everybody to be able to go visit their own worlds. But once, of course, outside the Nexus, it will be all a legit server. So I'll be back in a few once some more of this work is done and we get ready to start actually playing on the server.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, XCompWiz? I'm on recording now with TeamSpeak up, and hopefully we'll have most of the guys on the server who are playing with us on TeamSpeak from time to time, joining in and chatting while we're building and doing stuff.
Cool. Okay. Well, I was in the process of trying to explain
joined your channel.
the writing mechanics.
Cool. Hey,
Hello.
Craft.
Right?
Craft just joined us.
Yes. Okay, so the symbols actually implement logic elements. They can implement more than one. They can provide more than one. The symbols I've actually written, presently, most of them only provide one. This is for simplicity and because these symbols didn't need to provide a lot more. But actually, say, if you take Skylands, for instance, it's a bad example, but it actually also has a fog symbol, or a fog element with it. So these symbols provide these logic elements, and it's actually these logic elements that are required to describe the age. The required logic elements for an age are the biome controller, a sufficient number of biomes to go with that controller, a lighting level, terrain generation, time, and weather. You need exactly one of those main things, and as I said, a sufficient, correct number of biomes. The biome controllers, obviously single biome wants exactly one biome. Medium biomes can take, it has a minimum of 3, and a maximum of 1,000. You can take any number there.
So that's probably enough.
Yeah, I figured it's probably enough. And then the checkerboard biomes was obviously exactly 2. Otherwise, symbols can be mixed and matched. The fog colors and the sky colors, those all blend. If you put a normal sky color and then a red sky, it will be averaged between 2. But it's averaging on what's currently there. So if you have 3 symbols, it gets more interesting. Say I have blue sky, red sky, red sky. Then it will be obviously more red than blue. But it's not averaging them evenly. It actually goes blue, then red, so it takes those 2 and averages it. So it now has a color that is the sky. And then we add another red to it and averages those 2 together. So the last red actually ends up weighted more heavily than the first one.
That's neat. So basically what you need to have a stable biome here is one of the biome choices, and if you have to match up your number of biomes that you give it with the biome controller. So if you choose a single biome, you can only assign 1 biome. And if you choose medium biomes, you have to assign at least 3, but as many as you want, really. And then if you do checkerboard, you have to do exactly 2. And then you need lighting, terrain gen, time, and weather. And as long as you assign those items, one of those 3, along with the right number of biomes and the lighting, you should be a stable age. And then the sky and terrain features are all totally optional. You can have as many as you want of those.
Correct.
And then world modifier too. You can have them. But if you use dense ores, it'll be unstable no matter what.
Yes, the dense ores automatically adds instability to the world.
Also, my inventory is doing funny things, by the way.
Yeah, on this current dev build, I have no idea what that's actually happening. I recently reconstructed my entire project structure, so somewhere in that shift that happened.
Okay, cool. Glad it's not just me. I wanted to make sure you saw that too. Because I was just saying on camera, I was like, I think that's probably just a bug because we do have like the latest dev build. We're like on version, what, 096 or something like that?
Yes.
Cool. 0906, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just so all the viewers out there know, we are on the latest cutting-edge builds of a couple different mods here, including Mistcraft. So if you do see a few bugs here and there, be aware it's because we're using beta versions and helping to test out.
We're using bleeding-edge versions, and sometimes that bleeding comes out a little more strongly.
Exactly. How you doing, Craft?
I'm good.
Just chilling?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do.
Cool. I can see we're putting a little fence around out here. That's cool. I want to pop in the Nexus. Is anybody working in there, or is that kind of set for now? I'm going to create a descriptive book for my age. Is that you, XComp?
Walking around over here? Yes.
No, I heard a weird noise.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was probably me.
Alright, so I'm just creating a linking book, and then I'm going to create a descriptive book. That's a weird noise. What is that?
My microphone doing weird things.
Oh, gotcha. Do you have push-to-talk set up?
Sorry?
Do you have push-to-talk set up?
No. Maybe I'll turn that on, see if it helps.
Yeah. Alright guys, so what I'm doing now is just I'm going to create that descriptive book. Age 51 is looking like what I got. I'm going to name it Dire Age number 1. That sounds like a good name, doesn't it? And then let's give it some stuff. I'm going to make it a medium biome. I'm basically making a standard type of age here, so I'm going with medium biomes. And then I'm going to put whatever biomes I want, like beach and desert hills, why not? Forest. Sure. I don't know if I want jungle at the moment.
Apparently that one is shared between players because I can see you add them in real time.
Oh, that's cool. You can see me adding to them? That's neat.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm deciding if I want jungle or not. I don't think I want ocean either. Definitely plains, though. Probably river. That sounds cool. What's a sky biome? Is that new XCOM? He's probably setting up push to talk. I'm going to make it a bright age.
And I forgot I had it on. That's the end biome, complete with dragon.
Oh, nice. Sounds cool. I guess I want to go with, just for like my normal world, I'm going to go with normal sky color and normal sunset color and normal fog. Just because it's going to be my normal age that I'd like build in. I definitely want caves. Probably, I don't need crystals yet, but I'll take dungeons. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I like all that. Terrain gen will be standard terrain generation. I want it to be, I probably want eternal day. That might be a good idea, just because it's going to be the first stage I'm starting out in. And do I want weather or not? What do you guys think? Do I want weather?
Bad for lag.
Yeah, maybe I'll go no weather for my first age that I'm building in. Sounds like a good idea. I'm not going to use, if I don't use any world modifiers, they probably won't get added in then, right, XCOM?
They can, actually. If you don't add any in, then it will add them automatically.
Like the bottom one, world modifier. My only options are Skylands, Densors, and Charged.
Oh, actually, the categories in the notebook don't line up with the way it adds symbols.
Oh, okay.
Technically, these categories don't line up with the logic. They're just easy conceptions for people to be able to write well.
Gotcha. Oh well, I'll try this out and see what it gets me. Dire Age number 1, ready to go. How's it all look?
Looks good to me.
It looks like a pretty standard world. I mean, it's not going to be anything too crazy, at least for my first one, because I want to get some resources and get going with it. Alright, heading into the Nether, or the Nexus, I mean. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to put a linking book somewhere here in the Nexus, because it doesn't really matter where it goes, I guess. And then, if you guys want to move it later, once you have the real Nexus going, then that's fine with me. And I have my linking book to the overworld, so that'll be good. Looks like it's probably generating the terrain on the server right now. Sweet. I landed in a desert. I'll come back in a minute, guys, once the world finishes generating around me and I can see it and all. Okay, looks to me like this age pretty much finished building around me. Got a star fissure here, at least I'm pretty sure that's a star fissure. I hope that's a star fissure down there. So just in case I ever have a problem, lose my link book home or whatever. Oh boy, looks like I'm really low on food. Maybe one of my first priorities should be food. Cool. It looks like there's a nice little forest over here. Some zombies apparently spawned. I don't know how or why, but it's an Eternal Day age, so I shouldn't run into too many bad guys too often. What's up, guys? How's it going? Come on over here. Hey, zombie flesh. That'll work for now, at least, so I don't starve to death. Alright. I'm going to chop down some trees and do the standard getting started thing. And then maybe even build a nice little house to live in. Hooray! I don't think Tree Capitator is installed here, but I'm not sure. As usual, just getting started by getting some wood, and then I'll get a crafting table set up and all that good stuff. So this is my age that I'll be hanging out in for the most part. I'm going to have a lot of fun in here. And then the other guys are all going to have their own ages to start, doing whatever resource gathering and stuff like that they want to do. But then, once we've started to get situated on the server, I'm sure we'll have some joint ages and a bunch of other cool Mistcraft related craziness, in addition to whatever else we decide to do. Alright, I'm going to go find a cave or something if I can real quick. Maybe find a place to mine some stone. Of course I could just go straight down, but I'd like to, maybe find something existing, because usually existing caves are a pretty good bet. I'm going to wander around for a few minutes and then be back. Hey, cool, I found an apple. And it looks like I didn't wander too far away and found what might be a decent looking cave. Even got some water here that might help me get back up to the top of this cave when I need to. Found some tin and stuff. Awesome. Alright, let's try and get out of here. I want to probably just start harvesting a few pieces of stone and then maybe make myself a staircase or something that leads down into what's hopefully a pretty interesting natural cavern. I guess we'll have to wait and see how interesting it is. But for now, I'll get some stone and then start making myself some stone tools. I'm liking this already. Definitely have to find a swamp biome at some point. Of course, I could always just create a swamp biome when I want to. Haha. I'm assuming that we're only supposed to use the books for like our first age that we create or something, so I'm not going to use all the books in the Mistcraft Temple too soon. Oh yeah, I'm getting started over here, guys. So I'm going to harvest a few pieces of stone, probably off camera, because mining stone can be a little bit boring, and I'll be back soon, guys. Alright guys, you can see me just getting a good collection of wood here and all the standard stuff that I do first thing in an age or a world that I go visit. Looks pretty good. Just digging kind of a spiral staircase kind of pattern down into this existing cave that was here. I don't know how deep it goes. I don't know how much good stuff there is. You can see there is some tin and whatnot. So I'll be playing around a little bit and then come back in a few once I've got, again, something more interesting to show than me digging down into dirt. Alright, not a bad start. Just finished my stairwell down here. And cool. Just collecting whatever resources I found along the way down, and then I want to explore this little cave system. Like I said, not sure if it's big or not, but at least it got me a bunch of cobble, and it got me some resources to get started with, especially coal and iron and that kind of cool stuff. Alright, let me collect all this coal, and then I'll be back. Oh yeah, found some zombies down here. As you would expect, considering, it's Eternal Day out there. We'll have a lot of bad guys underground as a result of that, and any natural cave systems we find. As expected, though. Alright, I'm going to harvest a few of these resources, then maybe get upstairs, build myself a nice stable 9x9 to work with, and I'll be back. Oh yeah, I definitely found a nice cave down here. I wanted to peek around a little bit before I went and started building, and look at all these good resources I got. Where am I at, by the way? Y35. Not bad. Ooh, some really good resources right there. Careful not to fall in lava now, Dyer. I should really be a little bit more careful than I'm being at the moment, but yeah, what's the fun in being careful? That ought to contain some lava. Beautiful. I want to get this stuff. Ooh, I need an iron pickaxe for this, don't I? Oh well, might as well make one. I'm not afraid to make a furnace down here. You know, just one quick piece of coal. Oh yeah, I know, I'm wasting everything. Wasteful Dyer. But that's how I roll. Alright, let's also get, while I'm here, just a handful of you. That should probably be enough for now, torches, right? Don't need this candle terribly just yet. I just need to make an iron ingot pickaxe because I need to, you know, get that stuff, which is an even better pickaxe. There we go. Beautiful. Lots of it, too. Awesome. Sapphire. Hit a nice sized vein of it. Kind of excited about playing on a server with all these other mod devs. Doesn't that sound fun? Oh yeah. I can't wait to see the crazy stuff that we get going here. It's going to be a good time. I already have a couple ideas on what I want to do. The cool thing about servers is one of the aspects of a server is that you can keep other dimensions loaded even when you're not in them with chunk loaders. From what I understand, they won't load on world load, so if the server goes down and then comes back up, it won't load up all the dimensions automatically. But I do believe that they will load up, you know, as soon as someone visits the dimension, it'll load up all the chunk loaders and then stay loaded at least until the server goes down again, probably for nightly maintenance or whatever other reasons they might need to shut it down. So that will be kind of cool. I'm excited to see the possibilities there. For now, I'm going to just do a little bit more mining down here with my new iron pickaxe, and then once I've used up all the durability on this thing, I'll go ahead and start using some of the sapphire pickaxes and tools. But for now, I'm going to be playing around down here just a few more minutes, and I'll be back, like I said, to build a nice new 9x9 to live in and to take care of all the goodies I start collecting down here. Oh yeah, look at this. Remember I wanted to make natural caves and stuff? Love it. And I think I just discovered what Bright does. I think a Bright Age... Let me ask XComp. I think he's still in chat with me. X, are you still in chat?
I am.
So does a Bright Age, like, always bright? Like, even when you're underground in a cave, it's still bright?
Correct. However, mobs will still spawn in unlit areas.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's interesting, because I considered it a bug.
Oh, what, that the mobs still spawn?
Yeah, but it's actually the way that Minecraft decides what the light level is. It doesn't care what the light level is visually, and I'm apparently just changing the visual light level.
Oh, I gotcha. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, I know the Dark Age just made everything a little bit darker. I thought maybe the Bright Age would make things a little bit brighter, but it really just keeps it, like, super bright. That's pretty neat.
Actually, the light level does drop down to a certain point, and it does apparently affect whether or not things catch fire. So,
oh, really?
Skeletons won't burn in a Dark Age.
Oh, right, yeah, I did notice that. In my single-player Let's Play, I found that out. Which I think is cool. I like that concept. Accidental or not.
That's rather... I think it's rather fitting and appropriate. But I'm still not entirely sure what all my lighting levels do affect.
Cool. Hey, more fun playing with betas, right? I'm just filming a little bit here while I dig around in a cave and chat with you. I should start placing torches. I wasn't placing torches out of habit just because it wasn't dark enough to, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm way deep in a cave. Why is it not dark enough for me to place torches? And now I really should be placing them because that's usually how I find my way out of a cave.
I've thrown off Direwolf's sense of direction. Ta-da!
You did! I'm all kinds of lost now. How do I get out of here? I don't think I want to go... This isn't the right way. I remember coming through here somewhere. Is this where I came through? Oh yeah. I usually use torches for navigation, but I just, like, inherently wasn't placing them because it wasn't dark enough. Oh, I'm taking damage. And I'm like, why am I taking damage? I have no food. Not even zombie flesh on me. Well, I have a lot more mining to do, but I gotta go find food. Luckily, there's some bees in my forest that I've spawned in, so that's cool. I kind of spawned in a really nice age. I put all the symbols I wanted in there, and I was kind of hoping for like a nice plains and forest and desert nearby, and I found all of those things, like right near the spawn point. Now, if only I could find a chicken or a cow or something. Cows. And a skeleton. Sorry, cows, but I need food. Alright, let's get our furnace placed back down and our crafting table over here. And I'm thinking I want to have my house kind of like in this desertish area here, right next to my mining cave, which is a nice natural cave. Remember, guys, like I said in my Let's Play series and the single player, I always like to kind of start out near a natural cave and work my way from there, because natural caves are a great source of resources. I think it was right over here that my natural cave was. Yeah, there's all the cobble I placed. Perfect. So let's set up our house right over here. Looks like a good spot. So I'm going to start cooking up some food. Namely, a bunch of raw beef, and I'll place a bunch of coal in there for now. That'll be good. Yeah, that works. And maybe even start building out my 9x9 area. So I'll be back in a few. Actually, I want to ask XComp a question. What's the deal with beds and ages?
How do you mean?
Do they, like, just normally work if I die in this age while I spawn in the bed that I make here?
You should, yes.
That's cool. So it's not like the Nether where beds don't really work.
No, beds should work. Beds work in SMP. You can actually change the time of day. You can set your spawn point. They should work exactly as normal in ages.
I did use it in my single player, but I didn't know like how it would work. I was like, all right, I'm just going to place this bed here and sleep in it, and it worked fine, but I wasn't sure how that would affect my spawn point or whatever.
It should set your spawn for the age. So if you die in that age, it should spawn you at that bed. If you're in a different dimension, then obviously that's not the case.
That's awesome.
There were some really interesting questions for what happens if I sleep in an eternal night age.
That is a good question.
Turns out you can sleep just fine, but it stays night.
Yeah, I did want to play in my single-player world with those new storm systems and see what happens if I use some of the equivalent exchange items that affect weather, like the lava amulet turns off the weather.
Please do, because I have no idea what that will do.
What, you mean as a mod developer you don't test every mod in existence to see how compatible it is with yours?
I know, I'm terrible.
Of course, I would never expect that. I would never expect that at all.
No, you're very good about that, and I do very much appreciate that.
Thanks. I kind of understand what it's being like, you know. You can't be expected for your mod to work with every other mod in existence. It's just not possible.
Once somebody reports a bug, I do generally try to find ways of making it compatible. There have been all sorts of issues with several different mods, and at this point we've managed all but the marble generation.
Yeah, yep. I gotta bug LRM about that next time I see her.
The biggest thing is really I've created all sorts of issues that didn't exist before, so Mistcraft is a hard mod to be compatible with.
Yeah, but it's such a fun mod too. And hey, look, Tog just joined us.
Oh, cool.
I need more cobble.
Making a 9x9 by any chance?
Yes, sir.
User joined your channel.
Ah, that's where you guys are.
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much. I think I have my instance sorted out. Got on okay, so that's a pretty good sign.
That's cool. I'm recording, by the way, just so you know. Off and on. Right now it's on.
Ah, okay.
Not that I care what you say, but I just want to make sure you knew you were on public airwaves.
We need a Direwolf20's recording mod.
Yeah, so you can see there's like a little red dot on your screen when I'm recording. That would be cool.
Yep, exactly like that.
I'm going to go AFK for a minute. I'll be back, and I'm going to cut off the recording too.
Areas to stay loaded.
Yeah, it's vanilla code. It's, you know, hard-coded a 25 by 25 area that gets preloaded and then stays loaded.
Yeah, I need to preload it because I looked at that when, okay, so I have to preload this area, and if I didn't preload that area, then there were serious lag issues for pulling it up, which originally I had issues with lag causing people to die by falling into the void. I fixed all that now, so I should go back and change it so that it doesn't preload quite as much.
Yeah.
I guess I should figure out where to prevent it from keeping everything loaded all the time.
Yeah, well, I guess you are aware, you know, if you, like, look at a server console, when you start up, it says preparing, you know, World 1, World 2, World whatever. That's the overworld and another in the end. That's what it's doing. It's preloading the spawn areas for those worlds.
Yeah, I had to write one based off of that, so I went through and learned a bunch of that. I just didn't realize it kept it loaded for every dimension.
Yeah, now that I think of it, it's not the whole 25 by 25 chunks. I think it's 128 blocks away or so, but that's still a decent area that will stay.
It's a pretty good chunk.
Stay loaded.
No pun intended.
And I don't know how Forge's code works or how your code works either, so it may not do that for your worlds, but...
I've had reports that it does do that for my world, so...
Yeah, like I say, that could add up pretty quickly if, you know, you go off and visit a few worlds.
You want to visit 100 worlds in swift succession, then yes, your server's going to start screaming in pain.
I think that's what
That's
happened
funny.
in the previous instance.
But, you know, on the other hand, there are times when you want worlds that you're actually gonna keep to stay loaded, so I'm not sure from a user perspective how you would want
For that,
to
I recommend
handle
chunk loaders.
Yeah, that's appropriate. You don't have your, or do you have your own sort of block?
I don't have a chunk loader yet. I'm working on an interdimensional chunk loader, actually, that is called a crystal viewer, based off of the Mist series, where you could look into the other dimension. It's a window into the other world.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm familiar with a crystal viewer, especially from
Oh, right. Of course. You know Mist very well. I love this might be.
from
I'm just listening to these
Revelation.
guys chat.
Or is it plural?
Honestly, I only got through the first 3. I don't have the other ones.
I should get them again and start reading them again. I remember enjoying them.
Well, yeah, Miss 4, Atris has a crystal viewer in his study, and that's basically how you start that game off. He goes off to rhyme, I think, and leaves you to take care of stuff that breaks, which, you know, inevitably in a Miss game, stuff does about as soon as you land in the world.
Shortly after
True.
you arrive, everything breaks.
So kind of like Minecraft.
Alright guys, well I'm going to have to log for a bit, but I'll be back a little bit later to play some more and record some more.
Alright.
Okay. Good to see you, Dare.
Alright guys, I'll be on a little bit later. Take it easy.
Are these new...
Alright guys, well I finished up my 9x9 here, placed down my overworld linking book just to get back if I need to, and this feels like a pretty good wrapping up point for episode 1 of season 2 of Direwolf20's SMP multiplayer Let's Play. I'm pretty excited to be doing the server play series here, and I'll be back in episode 2 to do some more building. Again, I want to make sure that you guys are aware, I plan to do a lot of my mining within my Dire Age 1, but a lot of my building will hopefully be in the overworld. And then I have some ideas on how to, you know, send stuff between dimensions. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and take it easy.